Windows 11 26H1 is shaping up to be one of the biggest updates Windows 11 has ever received. Not because of a new wallpaper or a small UI tweak, but because of what's changing underneath the system. Over time, Windows 11 has been stacked on top of the old Windows architecture. So even though the interface has evolved, the core behavior has stayed similar to Windows 10, and that's where 26H1 comes in. This update is built on a new system foundation called Germanium. It's not just a visual refresh. It changes how Windows 11 runs, how it uses resources, how it handles power, and how it interacts with hardware. With Germanium, Windows 11 will be able to load and manage system functions much more efficiently. This means lower background usage, faster boot times, quicker app launches, and better long-term performance. Over time, Windows usually slows down because of how old components handle memory and tasks. With the new base, the system won't need to rely on those older handling methods anymore. Things will feel lighter and more stable. A major focus of Windows 11 26H1 is AI. Not as a separate app or something you have to open. The AI is built directly into the system. If your PC has an NPU, Windows can process on-device AI tasks that help with productivity, search, audio processing, window organization, and workflow prediction. So instead of searching and waiting, the OS will understand what you're looking for. Instead of manually arranging windows, the OS can automatically help you set up your workspace. And because the AI runs locally, it's faster and more private. The interface also evolves. We are expecting a more adaptive taskbar layout. The taskbar may appear slightly elevated or floating, with smoother animations and more fluid transitions. The system tray should feel cleaner and more responsive. And the Start menu becomes less cluttered and more personalized based on the apps and files you use most. This means fewer random app suggestions and more useful shortcuts. File Explorer is getting meaningful improvements as well. It will become faster at loading folders, especially those with thousands of files. Cloud syncing should be smoother, and tabs should feel more responsive instead of freezing randomly. The layout and preview panel may also become smarter, pulling information and previews faster without slowing down the entire window. Windows 11 26H1 also strengthens system security. Even if malware runs, the OS can contain it in isolated processes, preventing it from spreading. This is a security model previously used on enterprise systems, now adapted for everyday users. Updates will also become more efficient. The new architecture allows Windows to update system components without requiring full system rewrites. That means smaller update downloads, shorter install times, and fewer restarts. The update process won't interrupt your workflow as much as before. Now there's something important to understand. Windows 11 26H1 may not roll out to all devices at the same time. Early reports and leaks suggest that the first wave of this update might launch primarily on newer ARM-based PCs, especially those with Snapdragon X series chips and strong NPUs. These devices are built with the new architecture in mind, so they will showcase the full capabilities right away. Traditional Intel and AMD PCs will still get the update, but some features may arrive later or be more limited depending on your hardware. Users are expecting improvements to Task Manager, better multi-monitor support, refined window snapping behavior, more dynamic wallpapers and desktop interactions, and smoother transitions when switching between apps or desktops. And because Microsoft is now heavily pushing AI PCs, we may see new voice, audio cleanup, and content enhancement tools directly in the OS. So Windows 11 26H1 is not a new Windows version. It is still Windows 11. But it is Windows 11 rebuilt to be faster, cleaner, smarter, more efficient, and ready for the next generation of devices. It's Microsoft finally addressing performance consistency, long-term stability, UI smoothness, and real productivity features, rather than layering patches on top of an old structure. This update is Windows 11 entering its next phase. Not just visually, but fundamentally. And we're about to see how much of a difference that foundation really makes.